Hello, my name is Rodney. I'm from the pOedGamerQuehegan YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about E3. I'm going to talk about some of the press conferences. I'm going to split this video up into a few different ones because I've got some of my notes here and I got quite a few things. It's probably going to go way over one video, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, let's see here. First, I'm going to start with Microsoft. First, some of the things they talked about were backwards compatibility. I think this is something that I've always wanted for the Xbox One, and I think it's going to be great, but I see some issues with it. One, there's 100 games at launch. What are these games? They haven't announced a list yet. Also, they said that it's going to require developer approval, and I think that's going to be its biggest hurdle because what they've done now is they've shown that they can put Xbox 360 games onto the Xbox One and they'll work. So this is going to give more developers an urge to sell their games on the marketplace instead of giving them away for free because somebody just has the disc. It's like, well, if they trade in their Xbox 360, then now they still have a way to play the game, so we want to sell it on the marketplace. But now somebody could just go out to a pawn shop and buy a used version of a game and get it downloaded. I think maybe in a year, maybe 2 years, the backwards compatibility thing will be really big. But at the beginning, I don't think it's going to be because I think a lot of developers are going to want to try to get people to buy the game again instead of letting them to download it for free because they have the disc. Okay. Another thing they talked about were the Elite controllers. I'm not sure where I stand on this topic because I know a lot of people that play first-person shooters that don't like these type of controllers. Like, there's been an aftermarket for quite some time of people buying modified controllers so they can shoot faster and get the buttons quicker. And they're generally, I think they're about $200 right now. But the Elite controller that Microsoft's going to sell is $150. And and a lot of people consider this cheating because it allows you to shoot quicker than what you really should. And I'm wondering, is this people just going to think this is just Microsoft saying, oh yeah, you can go ahead and cheat as long as you pay us $150. But also the price of $150 puts it beyond what I'll pay because I don't play first-person shooters that much, and I don't know. It just, to me, the button layouts aren't that difficult to get to for me, and just, I don't know, just $150. That's really what gets it from me. That's way too much. Let's see here. Okay. Also, they talked about Halo 5. Halo 5, looks really good. I didn't play Halo 4, so when they started releasing trailers for it, and I saw, I was like, wait, Master Chief's being hunted? That seemed a little odd to me. So I need to go back and play Part 4 before 5 comes out. The only issue the reason why I didn't play 4 was because Part 3 soured me on it, because as you play the game, you go halfway through the game, you get to a point, you stop, and you literally turn around and just come back through all the levels. To me, that I didn't like. I played Halo 3, I beat it, played a lot online, and I was never very good at it. But it was just, the game kind of soured me on the series, so I kind of stopped playing. But I might pick it up because watching the trailers, there's the 4 Spartans heading after Master Chief, and the storyline and everything seems to be really involved and looks really good. So I'm going to try to look into it and see about getting Part 4 and Part 5. Next, they talked about a new game called Recore, and when I was first watching the trailer, I saw a little mechanical dog creature, and I was like, wow, that looks really cool. And then I saw it do like an EMP and kill all the enemy robots, and then I was like, oh no, when that happens, like, I love dogs and animals and things like that, so I was like, I'll never play this game because of that one scene. I don't want to get attached to an animal or a creature like that. And then have it gone. But then she picked up that orb and stuck it inside of the machine behind her, and it came back alive. So it seems like it's just like the orb is what the holds the soul or life force or whatever of the animal, and you just transfer it from machine to machine, which it might be okay. It seemed pretty cool. I might check it out. They have a demo for it. I'd like to download it, but right now there's no gameplay footage of it. It's mainly all a trailer. So that's one thing I didn't like about this E3. Most things were trailers. There was some things that showed in-game footage, and that's what I prefer. I don't care about a trailer. You can make trailers all day, and it doesn't show off what your game can really do. Okay, next there was Forza 6. It's a racing game. I'm not too big into racing games. They brought down I think it was a Ford GT400, I think was what it was, the car. I'm like, this is E3. I don't see how the car really brought anything to the game. But it's a racing game. If you're into it, it looks really cool. The graphics really nice. But I'm just not in. I'm more into arcade style racers and not. I think Forza. I think it's more of a simulation style. Then they talked about Xbox Preview, which is kind of like the early access on Steam. And I've done some early access games on Steam before, but I downloaded the demos and played them before I ever did it, the early access, because what you're doing is you are paying somebody to be their beta tester. And that's really not what I want to do. So I don't really see how this is actually benefiting the gamer any. This is like more benefiting the developer. It's like, oh, our game's not finished. We need to test it for bugs. So here's this preview thing. Here, buy our unfinished game and tell us when something breaks. So you're kind of beta testing the game. You're paying to beta test, which, I don't know, that just seems weird to me. Alright. Then one of the things I was really excited about when I saw it was the Classic Collection from Rare. Looked awesome. I mean, it had Conker's Bad Fur Day, and I wish I had wrote all the games down, but it looked really good. I mean, it's Perfect Dark, there's another one on it, but really cool. That's one game I would definitely be getting when it comes out. I hope they release a physical copy because I don't like digital copies of things. But yeah, awesome looking, and I'm a really big fan of the old style Rare games. They're really good. Okay, and then one of the coolest things they had was the HoloLens Minecraft demonstration. I don't even know how to describe this. It's one of those things. It's like, I think it was the movie Johnny Mnemonic, I believe, where he puts the big headset on and the gloves, and he's manipulating the world and everything. It's that, but without all these peripherals on you. I mean, the world came up out of this table, and he was moving it and doing things, which looked awesome. And I'm a huge Minecraft player, as you can see from my channel, but not even relating this to HoloLens to Minecraft, just different things you can do with it. If it works that seamlessly, would be just awesome, because it just would open up so many avenues of just being able to go look at things and interacting with things in new ways. But more so just the Minecraft example, designing worlds would be maybe easier, depends on how responsive it is, but just looking at things and just seeing things in that dimension seem just, I don't know, just really awesome to me. Okay. They also showed information about the new Tomb Raider game. Looks really good. The action sequences, there were these huge action sequences, but I'm wondering how much of that action sequence is actually controlled and how much of it is QuickTime events. It's like, in the last one, it's like you'd be sliding down something and all of a sudden it's like press X or press A or B or something, and you dive under. And if you don't, it would kill you. Then you just go back to the beginning of it and do it again. So I'm wondering how much of those is actually you running around versus, oh, this is like a really long quick time sequence. Okay. Then they talked about Gears of War 4. Another Gears of War game. Played the first one. It looked nice. I didn't have much fun. You run up to a chest-high wall, you shoot over it, kill the creature, run to the next one, do the same thing. And that just seemed like it was all you did. I didn't play 2 or 3. Maybe they changed the gameplay a little bit, but I'll probably not get back into it, but I'm just wondering, is it just going to be another you run up to a chest-high wall, duck behind it, shoot, kill the stuff, run to the next one. If that's what it is, I'll ignore it. Okay. That was the stuff from Microsoft that I picked up on that I thought was interesting. Now I'm going to move to the Sony press conference, and they actually had a lot of stuff that I thought was really cool. First of all, they talked about Last Guardian. If you asked me before the press conference, I'd been like, I'm done with Last Guardian. I don't care. It's been, was it 15 years, I believe, maybe? I'm not sure about that, but it's been a long time since they announced it, and it's like, okay, I don't care anymore. It's going to be another Duke Nukem Forever. And when it does, if it like Duke Nukem Forever, when it does come out, it's going to be crap. So, but watching the footage, the Guardian, the big creature looked really cool. The boy walking around, like giving verbal commands to the creature, that was really awesome. I really liked the way it looked. It's kind of I don't know, it's kind of cel shaded. I'm not really sure how to describe it, but looked really cool. The puzzle they had in it was kind of simplistic, but that was probably more kind of like a tech demo thing, I guess, or just maybe a starting level example of how it started. But I would be interested in wanting to check it out more to see if I actually want to get it, or if it had turned into like another Duke Nukem Forever and it'd be just kind of crap. And they're just like, well, we waited this long to put it out, and let's actually just get something else so people would shut up about it. Okay, then they had Horizon Zero Dawn. It looked very interesting. Distant future, Earth's been taken over by machines, I guess. You don't, from the trailer, it doesn't look like you know who made the machines, why are they there. They have this green stuff and these tanks on their backs this girl was hunting for. Like when she stabbed one of the smaller ones, she's like, sorry little one, but I can't have you alerting the herd. So it's almost like, were these kind of like the equivalent of like sheepdogs or something? Were these animals herding this herd somewhere? Are there other humans that are using these machines to feed themselves? Or there's a lot of questions left up in the air. I don't know. So that's one I want some more. I want a lot more information about. Also, there was is this a female lead character that appeared? That's one thing. Is like, since I'm a guy, I prefer playing male characters just because it helps me get into the storyline. If it's female centric, it takes me away a little bit because it's harder for me to get into the story of the game. But it looked really cool, and I do like Tomb Raider, so playing a female lead character isn't completely out of the question. It's just it just takes a little while for me to get into the game. Okay. They also talked about Hitman, and it's multi-platform, but it's got 6 exclusive contracts in the PS4. Also, something else they talked about, this is actually during the, was it Ubisoft, or I can't remember exactly which company is doing Hitman, but it seems like it's a digital release only, because some of the time they said they kept saying digital, 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 and I was like, I don't know if they're actually going to release a physical copy of it. If they don't, I probably won't buy it because, like I've said before in many of my other videos, I'm not a big fan of digital releases. So, I don't know, maybe if the 6 extra contracts, I don't know if they're good, I may look into the game. If not, then I don't know if I'll pick it up or not because I played the first Hitman on the, I think it was the PS2 if I'm not mistaken, but I haven't played any of the others. Okay, then they talked about Street Fighter V. It's a PS4 exclusive. It's a fighting game, really cool. I played Street Fighter 2 and the other, like, I don't know how many other iterations of the Street Fighter 2 game there was, but I played all of those. I mean, I put probably enough money into one of those machines to buy one. But it looked really cool. I will be checking it out. Hopefully it's a physical release, but I'm not too hopeful about that. Okay, I had this other game, I think it's called Dreams, and it's just like a weird drawing game. It really didn't look like there was a game at all. It looked like it's kind of like you drew things and then kind of animated them. So that one they even said it's like, we know you have a lot of questions and they'll be answered later. And I was like, come on, it's E3. You're showing us something and then you're telling us, and I think they're trying to create buzz, but to me, they basically lost me on this one. They announced another expansion for Destiny. I was like, oh, Destiny. Wow. And because I never owned Destiny, I've played with one of my friends before on his account. It seemed fun for a little while, but then it got very, very repetitive. And I think it was not long ago, he sent me a message about like a loot cave. Basically, it's like you shoot down this thing and you get all this loot, and I'm like, okay. So yeah, I don't really understand the appeal of Destiny, but graphically it looked really cool. Hopefully they might bring something into it, but it's going to have to do a lot to bring me into the game because for what I played of it, it wasn't all that fun for me. So I'm hoping. I mean, it'd be great if they did bring something into it that could pull me into it, but right now, I don't think that's possible. Then they talked about this game called Firewatch. Firewatch looked really cool. I had not really heard about it yet. I think it's found on the PC or some other platform, and you are it's like a forest ranger, and you talk to this one person on a walkie-talkie, and you're running around. Looked really cool. Looked like a horror slash adventure slash puzzle type game, but looked really cool. I'm really looking forward to that. It's something I would actually want to pick up from what I've seen. I mean, my opinion can change drastically after I see some more of the game, but what I saw I really liked. Then they talked about the Final Fantasy VII HD remake, and I was like, holy cow, this is awesome. They're remaking it, and I kept going like, yes, 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 and then I stopped, and I was like, wait a minute. They're remaking it. Are they going to do a scene for scene, like same storyline, same everything? Because, no, honestly, that's what I want. I don't want them to take it and make a linear game and then maybe give you a world map before you fight the final boss like they did in Final Fantasy X. Final Fantasy X is a good game. I would play it again, but it's not what I would consider. It's too linear. I mean, I want these different paths. I want to know. I want a world map. I want to be able to go where I want, but I don't know how they're going to do it. So it might be good. It might not. That I'm holding my opinion on until I see more. Until I actually see, because what they showed was a trailer. It didn't say it was in game or anything. So I don't know what they're going to do about it. So hopefully it'll be good. May not. Okay, then they showed World of Final Fantasy. Well, actually, they showed World of Final Fantasy before the HD remake, and when I saw that, because and I was like, this, I don't know, this looks kind of weird. Some have like chibi characters and they grow big and the monsters grow small, and not sure about that one. Um, I'll look into it, but Final Fantasy's kind of lost me on their on if they on the games, because like 7 I loved, 8 was it was okay. I mean, I've played it a few times, never beaten it. I keep getting up so far into the game, and something else pulls me away from it. And by the time I go back to it, I'm like, I don't remember anything about the story, so I started over. Final Fantasy 9 was a really good game. Same thing with 9. That's kind of like 9 and 8, kind of the same. I get so far into the game, and I'm kind of like, something pulls me away. I go back to it, and I'm like, wait, I don't remember anything that's going on. One day I will beat both of them. 10 I beat, and so 10 was kind of like starting to go down. Just way too linear. Just like, oh, okay, go here, go here, go here, go here. And right before we go fight Sin, the final boss, it's, here's your world map. What, now? I'm going to fight the bad guy. Why am I going over here instead of to the bad guy? So yeah, it was not the greatest for me. Then they talked about, to me, which is probably the highlight of all of E3, and that is Shenmue 3 Kickstarter going up. And I was like, holy cow, this is awesome. I love Shenmue. My brother had it on the Dreamcast. I mean, I actually, is it down here? Yes, I actually just bought Shenmue 2 on the Xbox, and I watched the DVD with all the cutscenes for Part 1. I'm playing the game through right now. Just my Xbox kind of having some issues, so I'm having a hard time playing it. Hoping I can get it all through to get through the game before my Xbox completely just kills out. But they're doing a Kickstarter. They want to get $2 million. I think the last time I checked, they're at the $2.7 million. They're probably over 3 by now, but it's going up quick. I really want to back it, but the only problem is it's the only physical copy you can get on the PC, but they're going to do a digital version on the PS4, and I'd like to have a digital PS4 version. No, I want a physical PS4 version, but they haven't said they want to do that. Maybe a stretch go may come out, they might do that, but I doubt it. It seems like they seem to be pretty set on a only physical PC version. Okay, another thing I saw was they discussed about PlayStation View. It is a streaming service that can replace your cable TV. If this was in my area, I would be really interested in checking this out, because right now I have not too big of a bill for my TV, because we actually lowered it just recently, and trying to save some money. And if this was something where you can just select certain channels that you want, would be actually something I would really like. Because right now, I don't really watch that many channels, maybe 3 or 4, and that's maybe an hour or 2 a week. Okay. And next they talked about No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky is this really huge game. You fly through the universe, go to different galaxies, go down all the way from a spaceship, go down to the planets. If you haven't seen the trailer for it, it is kind of hard to describe. It's not open world, it's like they call it open universe, so I highly recommend just watching the trailer for it. It is really, really good. Okay, they also talked about Morpheus, but it was just a MOBA or something like that from Morpheus, which I was kind of expecting them to have a release date or a price or something. They just showed this one little game that looked not that interesting, so I really wasn't that impressed with Morpheus. Alright. They announced that Call of Duty is now coming out first on the PlayStation 4. I don't play first-person shooters that much, but I guess if you're into that, that's cool for you, but it's Call of Duty is coming out for the other systems shortly after, so I don't really think that timed exclusive stuff's that big of a deal. Okay. They announced the Infinity Wars exclusive figures for the Star Wars. That's the Disney little figures, kind of like Skylanders. They have, I think there was Boba Fett, Darth Vader, Luke. I think there were some limited edition ones that they only were going to be on the PlayStation. I mean, that's kind of cool. I don't really play the Infinity games or Skylanders. I'm, I'm not that interested in paying enough for um, basically paying for characters. I do have them amiibos, so I can't say too much. But I kind of like, oh, the amiibos. They're probably they probably do less than the Skylanders. I'm not really sure. My cousins, they love the Skylanders games, but and the Infinity War game, or not Infinity Wars, the Infinity. What is it called? Yeah, Infinity Wars. Yeah, like not the Infinity War, but the Disney Infinity series stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it looked kind of okay. I mean, I'm not sure how kiddie it'd be, but what I saw of it looked like it'd be kind of entertaining. But the figure thing, I didn't really see that as a. I don't think that was a PlayStation seller. After that they showed off some gameplay about Star Wars Battlefront. That looked awesome. I was really blown away when I saw that. I was like, holy cow, that looks really good. It's probably going to look the exact same on the Xbox, but just seeing it for the first time in game and watching it being played, and you see Darth Vader and you see Luke, you see the walkers, because I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I love the series. I mean, I kind of like the first three, like the episodes 1, 2, and 3. They're not the greatest, but I mean, I still enjoyed them when I went to the theater. Let's see. After that, they talked about Uncharted 4, which looked awesome. I mean, all the scenes I have seen from all the trailers and everything was really dark and gritty. And then, and this trailer started, and it's really dark. You're in this cave, and like they pull this board off the door, and then they push the door open, and you're in this marketplace, and it's all these people around. I was like, wow, this actually looks really good. Um, then when they got outside, looked like they couldn't get a controller to connect or something, because as soon as they got there, they restarted the trailer again and went all the way through it again. And then then Nathan Drake started moving. So yeah, it was very good. I liked it a lot. That's something I'll actually really want to be looking at. Okay, but that was the stuff I got down for Sony. So far, I really didn't see anything from Sony or Nintendo, or sorry, Sony or Xbox or Microsoft that would really. It's a console seller. It's a lot of stuff. I mean, most of the stuff's coming out on both consoles. So if you have one, there's not really a reason to get the other. So I'm trying. Like, I think if you haven't bought one yet, really, there's not much of a difference. I mean, look at the one that sold the most and has like if there are a few exclusive games like Halo or Uncharted or something like that, go for that one. Really that's really the only thing I can say that would make you pick one or the other. Then we moved to Nintendo. Nintendo, I actually liked their conference. I liked it. Started out with them in puppets, and they transformed into the Star Fox characters. Really good. I really liked it. But they made a few announcements. They finally gave a release date for Mario Maker, which looked really cool. September 11th. They showed there's a 8-bit amiibo. There's 2 of them for it. You can also use one of your amiibos to scan it while it's playing, and Mario turns into that character. Looked really cool. I was really kind of blown away by it, because to be able to make your own Mario stages, that's really awesome. I'm expecting to see some people make some of these really hard ones, like pretty much like you'll jump and have to jump on turtle shell after turtle or turtle after turtle to get across these gaps. But I'll be really interested in playing all those. Let's see what else. After that, they showed there are 2 Skylanders amiibos coming out. It's Bowser and Donkey Kong, and each of them have their own vehicle. I probably won't be getting those because I don't play Skylanders, and I don't know, are these just going to be the same Bowser and Donkey Kong amiibos, or are they just going to be like, will they do the same thing as the regular Bowser and Donkey Kong amiibo, or are they something different? So right now, I probably won't be getting those, but I think it does. They do look kind of cool. I like the shape of them. I like the artwork. I like the little vehicles they have. So everything looked pretty cool on that. They also talked about Star Fox coming out on the Wii U. You use the Wii Pad for like your cockpit, like you're driving the ship, and on your TV you have more of a cinematic view. It looked really cool. I'm not sure how, because this is my iPad, but you're kind of doing this and looking like this to kind of see things. Do this to shoot. It might be a little much, I'm not sure, but it did look kind of interesting. I really will want to check it out. Okay, they also showed off Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. Looked kind of interesting. Maybe if I was younger, I'd have more people I could play the game with. I think that's going to be its biggest drawback. And you can play it single player and use, like I said, 2 dolls with you to complete all the objectives. But the way you go around do things, if you have 2 friends and all 3 of you can play together, it seems like it'd be a really fun game. But single player, having to switch between the 3 characters and constantly be moving around like that, I think that might get tedious. But it did look interesting. It's just that for me personally, I don't think I'd have enough people to play with all the time. But then Nintendo may have a thing for online. You can play with random people. That'd be kind of cool. But I don't know. The inability to talk to each other might be an issue there. Okay. They also announced a release date finally for the Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. I played Animal Crossing for a little while. I got bored with it kind of quickly. The Happy Home Designer, I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, but it's going to be coming out September 25th. It has the cards that you scan. It's kind of like amiibos, but it has the same chip as the amiibos. And I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I'm not sure if something I really want to play. I wonder how many of those cards are going to be, if they're going to be random or like a set that you buy and you get all the cards. Or I'm not sure about that yet. Okay. They also announced some Animal Crossing amiibos. So like I think all of them have their own amiibo now. There's also like a game board, and they're moving around. I'm not sure if that's an actual game or not, but it was kind of interesting. I'm not sure about that. The amiibo thing, it's getting a little out of hand. I think they really need to start just releasing more and more of them, so that if you want one, you're pretty much guaranteed to get one, because right now these things are going for way too much money. Let's see. They had Metroid Prime Federation and Metroid Prime Blast Ball. I don't know. They looked more, I guess, chibi style or tiny, and they just didn't look like Metroid to me. The Blast Ball looked kind of more like a sport type thing. It looked like, but the Federation didn't look like something I would really want. Okay, then there was Yoshi Woolly World, which is something I really want. That the way it looks and the way it plays, or the way it looks like it plays, because I haven't played it yet, looks very interesting. I really want to check that out. I like the Yarn amiibo of Yoshi. It has a release date of October 16th, and I really want it. They really haven't announced yet how to get the amiibo plush yet, but I'm hoping that it's not going to be really hard, because there's 3 of them, and there's just three different colors. So I'd really like to get one of those. Let's see. They also, Mario Tennis on the Wii U is available this holiday. The Mario sports games I've always been a fan of. I've got a lot of them. Where are my GameCube games? Oh, right here. But yeah, I've got a lot of those. The basketball, the 3-on-3 hoops, and the DS, and all those. Big fan of them. Really like them. They're always fun. So it's something I'll probably pick up just because it's something you can get your friends together and play. You can all just have a lot of fun. Kind of a good. The Mario sports games are really good party games. You don't have to get Mario Party and actually try to play that. You can actually just play them the sports games, and they're really fun also. Let's see here. They also talked about Hyrule Warriors is coming to 3DS. It said it had all of the. I think it said it had all the DLC characters in it, and they'll be adding some new stuff for it exclusively for the DS or 3DS. Looked really cool. I was kind of excited about that. I haven't played the Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U yet, but I really want to because I've just so many games I've been getting. It's kind of been pushed back on my priority list right now. The Nintendo one, I kind of liked it. It was very interesting. I was really blown away by a lot of the stuff of it. I was hoping for more about Legend of Zelda and things like that, but they didn't show as much as I wanted them to. But for what they did show, I really liked. Okay, now I want to talk about the actual game developers. There's Bethesda. They showed a few things. Doom looked really good. Looked like you had when you were about to kill a demon, so you didn't have to keep shooting them. You could actually stop shooting them, and then there's a flash of color. Looks like you'd hit a button, and you'd perform kind of a fatality for on them. It looked like the guy knocked one of their legs off and took his leg and crushed the demon's head with it. But yeah, so very cool looking. They also had Fallout 4, looked really good. Ability to make your own. My brain's going completely blank. Compounds and everything. There's this little dog companion you had. I'm hoping if you get the dog companion, it can't die, but it probably can. So that's one issue I would have with the game. But when I saw Fallout 4, it looked really good. I really liked it. I haven't played any other Fallout games. I actually have 1 and 2 on the PC, but never played them. Got those from GOG or GOG maybe a year ago when they were free, but they're still in my queue to actually play. Then they talked about Elder Scrolls Legends. It's a digital collectible card game. The thing is in collectible card games, there's pretty much only one that's survived, and it's Magic the Gathering, and especially digital. I know there's Heroes of the Storm, but Hearthstone or Scrolls, and then there's going to be Elder Scrolls. And I think there's a few others out there, but I don't really see somebody putting that much money for a digital collectible card game. It's just that I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing about that. It may work. I hope it does for them. But just having a new franchise, because they're putting the Elder Scrolls name on it, and I'm wondering if it's actually going to be tied into Elder Scrolls, or if it's just going to have the name on it to try to sell it. I don't know about that. Let's see. They also talked about the Fallout Shelter mobile app. It's a free-to-play vault management and strategy game without paywall timers, and will not require an internet connection. It is available right now. That was the blurb on their little thing about it. And I'm like, because when I said it was free to play, so it's going to be, you gotta pay this, or they call it freemium. But from what I understand, this does not have paywall timers. So I may actually check that out, because things like those paywall timers, can't think of the name of the game show now, but you see commercials for them all the time, or anything that's it's going to take you an hour to build this. If you'd like to get it done sooner, give us money, and things like that. When you try to download a game and I've played it and it's done that, generally I stop playing it within a week. Okay, they showed Dishonored 2. It looked kind of cool. Not really sure about. I never played Dishonored the first one. They also talked about the Dishonored Ultimate Edition, I believe what they called it, for the PS4 and Xbox One. But it looked really cool. It's something that it's one of the games I've been wanting to look into, but just never have had the time to do it yet. And the Battlecry Global Beta signups are now available. Another MOBA looked like. So I don't know. There's let's see, League of Legends, Dota 2, and Smite, and Heroes of the Storm, and more of these things are coming out. Like I think there's Magical Wars also. It's another one. So there's so many of those out now that I think the market's just going to become saturated with them, and I'm wondering if they're going to, if it's going to happen like in MMOs, to where basically it's either your World of Warcraft or you're not really a successful MMO really anymore. I mean, there are some successful ones. I mean, like Elder Scrolls recently released theirs, and it's free to play. But they also, if you want certain things, you have to pay them to get their in-game currency to pay for those items. Let's see. Then talk about for Ubisoft, they had a game For Honor. It looked really cool. You could be like a Viking, a knight, a samurai, and it kind of had MOBA-esque um, gameplay. It looked like, but they stayed away from the word MOBA, so I'm not really sure if it's going to be that way or exactly what the gameplay will be. Okay, announced the Crew expansion. I tried playing the Crew. I got bored really quickly. Played it on the Xbox One, but I don't know. Maybe I just didn't get enough time. So but I kind of got pushed to the side for other games. But I may give it a second try and see if it might be something I want to pick up. But right now, the Crew seemed a little it was okay, but it wasn't anything I really could see myself sitting down and playing for a long time. Then there's the Just Dance 2016, and I was like, okay, the Just Dance games, they're interesting, kind of like an updated version of Dance Dance Revolution. But they announced also there's a subscription service, and I'm like, subscription service? So you buy the game, and then you got to pay for a subscription service? I mean, it may constantly give you new songs or something, but I don't know. I don't think that's going to be something a lot of people would do. There was Rainbow Six Siege, which looked really cool. I've never been a really big fan of the tactical squad-based shooters, but this one looked really cool because you can defend a spot, and you can have another team that's coming to attack it. Like you can go through walls, and it looked really cool. It's just that generally I don't work well. Like most not MMOs, but first-person shooters I've ever played, it's kind of like, okay, start and run in and try to shoot everything. And these, you really have to take your time, plan things out, and that's never been my style. I've never really had enough people to get a good team together and play either. So I've never really put forth the effort to get really good at those type of games. But this one looked really cool. There's also The Division, which looked phenomenal. Like a virus has broken out and most people are dead. You're some elite team going around trying to help protect the world or protect the survivors. And their gameplay video they had there's three people going into, I think they called it the dead zone or the dark zone. And when they went into the area, there was like some NPCs there, and they were going to try to attack them and take their stuff, get their loot. And then there was two other people showed up, actually players, and they were like, well, they held off from attacking, and so let's see what these guys are going to do if they need to attack, because they basically didn't want to be caught between two groups of people fighting. So they all teamed up together, all five of them, killed the guys, got the loot, and they got to an extraction point. Well, at the extraction point, they agreed they were going to try to kill the other two people that showed up. They shot them, killed them, and during the battle, two of the other people got injured. So the last guy basically killed his teammates, stole everybody's stuff, and ran away. And I was like, that looked pretty cool. I mean, that's probably going to be a lot of stuff that happens. But yeah, it's looked pretty good. The premise of the game is something I liked also. So that's actually another one I really want to check out. Okay, there's Assassin's Creed Syndicate. It takes place in London. It looks pretty cool. I like the atmosphere. It's not as dark as the other ones. There's like looks like this when they captured the gameplay footage. It looked like it was at dawn or something because everything had this really bright yellow. Colors looked awesome. There's a male and a female protagonist you can be. So yeah, really good. Let's see, Trials Fusion. They come out with an expansion, and I don't even know what to say. It started out, you think it was like a new Dark Souls game. Had these hooves walking along, and you come to find out it's a fire-breathing unicorn. It had a cat with a golden gun running on its back. I don't know. That one I wasn't very impressed with. I thought that was kind of stupid, but it was entertaining. I mean, it was entertaining, but I thought it was kind of stupid. Alright, then there was South Park, The Fractured Butthole. So it's like, actually, it's Butwhole is how it's spelled, but when you say it, The Fractured Butthole, it's South Park. It's going to be funny. And Stick of Truth is really funny. So I will be wanting to check that out. I'm not really sure what else to say about that. Yeah, that's just, the title alone is just kind of going to make people wonder. Then they had Anon 2205. It's a city building game. You basically advance your research and you go into outer space, build a city, look like on the moon or other planets. Looked kind of interesting. City building games, I've kind of got out of those. There's SimCity 2000 or 3000 or something like that. Last one I played, I really liked it, but then the new SimCity came out and it just kind of soured me on the genre. Let's see. Then there was Trackmania Turbo. It's a game that's been out on Steam for a while. It moved really fast. I'm not sure really who this game's for. It's kind of weird, but I mean, I don't know. That was kind of a weird one. I'm not sure if that was just something that they were like, hey, let's stick this on the consoles. It's a game we have already, but it might be interesting. I don't know. Then Ghost Recon Wildlands looked really cool. It's open world. You had showed you could go to different places and do different things. It just never been a big. I don't really play any of the Ghost Recon games, but this one looked like something that would actually come out, pull me in. I actually like. Okay. Lastly, there was Square Enix, and this press conference was a huge disappointment. It looked like they didn't do any rehearsals for it. It's very poorly planned out. You couldn't hardly hear, because most people that were speaking in Japanese. They had an interpreter, but they had the interpreter's volume really low and the person speaking's volume really high, so you couldn't really hear them. So I just wasn't a big fan of it. They did announce a few things that was kind of cool. They had Final Fantasy VII HD remake. It is on. It's going. Oh no, sorry, not the HD remake, but the Final Fantasy VII, the PC version. It's going to be on the iOS, which that was kind of cool. But I'm not sure about how playing games on my iPad is. Never been a big fan of that, but it may work. They showed Kingdom Hearts 3. That looked awesome. They showed in-game footage. Looked very, very good. Looked like they were playing around the Tangled Tower. I really liked it. It looked like something. I had the first Kingdom Hearts, but never played the others. So this actually made me want to play the second one, so that when the third one comes along, I've played all of them and actually caught up on the story. But that was there's other things in Square Enix, like the Final Fantasy HD remake and the Final Fantasy Worlds, but all that was announced during other talks. So they really didn't have anything new except for the Final Fantasy VII on iOS. But it very much was a pretty good E3 this year. Um, there's a lot of stuff that I was really excited about, like Shenmue 3. I really want that. I'm hoping that they will make a stretch go for a physical copy for the PS4. I would really like that because I love physical copies. I don't want digital copies. And the PC version, I don't know. There's something about PC games. I think maybe I've had Steam for too long or something, but I just don't want a physical copy on the PC. I want it for the console. But I hope you liked the video. Sorry it's so long. I was going to split it up, but I think I might just keep it as one long one because I don't want to have to split up over certain days and everything. But hope you guys liked it, and till next time.